Yo guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about Blue Protocol Star Resonance. The Monogatari series collab just dropped in game, and so I wanted to log in and check on it, but admittedly this splash screen might be where the good news ends, so let's check it out. Okay, so just like the previous collab, if you hit the escape menu, it will bring up the actual button that you can kind of use to navigate to the Monogatari series event. This is going to start looking really familiar if you saw the Shangri-La Frontier event, and it's actually the exact same. I cannot seem to tell any difference whatsoever. It is going to be a paid event mostly. You do get a couple of items that you'll be able to pull. I think first one is free, and then they also give you access to another 500 currency, which should be 5 additional pulls. So it does seem like this is going to have a lot of emphasis again on the monetization. Not too surprising there. So the basic event here is just going to be for how it works. Every draw guarantees Monogatari series gold meow point rebates, and the exact amount depends on the prize rarity. So we'll go to the lucky event here in a second. You're guaranteed a prize voucher at the 30th draw and an S prize voucher on the 80th draw. So it is an 80 pity for getting like one of the outfits, for example. For the event, the same as last time, each draw has a 25% chance to trigger a lucky event. And the lucky events can be the next draw is free. The next draw returns 3 times gold meow points. Next draw A prize probability up, so a higher probability of getting an A rank prize. And then the next draw excludes C, D, E prizes. So just, again, higher probability of getting something better. For reference, each pull is going to be 100 currency. And to get that, you would need to use 20 unbound rose orbs. Each 10 pull is going to be 200 kind of thing. So it doesn't seem to be too expensive if you're going to spend on the event and want to get this stuff. It's kind of up to you. In terms of the prizes, we have, of course, the outfits, and we got some head plushies, as well as some furniture that you can put in your home. The furniture does look kind of cool, actually, but they are A rank prizes. The emotes are going to be here in the B rank prizes, and more decorated for the C ranks. If you're wondering, the difference between the A rank and the C rank, even though they are the same item, is that one is life size. So this will be like person size versus this will be like smaller, maybe you put on like a furniture or something. And then we have these homestead decoration posters that you can use their actual scenes from the actual anime, which is kind of cool, and it's kind of nice that they're D rank, but there's not a whole lot of opportunity to get those, unfortunately. If we go to the actual store, you'll be able to see you can pick which item you want here. I'm not really sure why, and maybe it's a bug, but there's only the outfit, at least for my female character, for Senjo Gahara. There's not actually an outfit for Araragi. For some reason, again, not really sure. The emote that we had seen leaked is actually pretty cool, and it does cost 894. I might try and get that. Can we at least just take a second here and realize how crazy it is that there's like emotes and stuff like that and you can't preview them? And then down here, as normal, you do have access to your blind boxes. So this is 6 that you can go ahead and purchase. For the posters, this is not going to be enough to get all the posters. So you would still need to, if you want the rest of the posters, it looks like you would still need to do the gacha system for them. And yeah, that's kind of a bummer, because I actually think the posters might be the coolest thing here. If we go to the Starry Carnival here, we'll be able to see the quests that you can actually use to obtain this currency. These are the challenge goals, so these will be around the entire event. And I already did complete one by getting my first pull, and I did get the badge for Senju Gahara. In terms of titles, we have Beyond Cuteness is Hitagi, Summer Triangle, and then there's another emote here. To be honest, I feel like the titles are pretty boring. They kind of have nothing to really do with the series that I can think of. Hitagi is Senjo Gahara's first name, I think, but to be honest, nobody calls her this that I remember. I think everyone calls her Senjo Gahara, at least in the first like 3 iterations of the series. So that one's kind of weird. I don't really think that this is very representative of the anime either. Summer Triangle also doesn't feel very representative. I mean, I would have gone with like, you know, School's Vampire or something. I don't know, something different. Like, then we also have access to another title, Let's Eat Donuts. Again, kind of weird. And then these are ones that you can do daily and weekly, it seems. So you will be able to obtain some amount of these in the time that it does take the event. We are looking at 20 days, so probably 3 resets if I had to guess. In terms of the outfit, this is what it looks like on my character. It does also come with a hairstyle, which could be cool. You can actually preview the hairstyle in the hairdresser if you want to. It's down here. I do actually like this hair a lot, and I wish it wasn't locked behind the S rank reward. That's kind of a bummer. Yeah, it is kind of is what it is. Yeah, we don't really have very many options for this kind of long hair, and I do like that it moves and stuff too. So now part of what you can do for like a weekly kind of event for this is you can actually go and take pictures with what they say is cosplayers for Araragi and Senjogahara. Now, if you go do that in Starland, you will earn 300 of those tickets, which, like I said before, can be used for like the emote and stuff like that. So that's actually kind of a nice thing. It doesn't take very long to do, and it does allow you to take some pictures with those characters. But that's kind of where the event ends. I am not very happy with this event. I think it's a massive mistake for the game to use these collaborations in this way, and I think that the overall rating that I would give events like this is like a 2 out of 10, to be honest. It's not like you can have some interactions with them or anything like that. The cosplayers, they're not something you can really control. You can control where their face looks, like if it looks at the camera, and where their eyes look like at the camera. You can rotate their bodies around a little bit, but it's not like you can do like emotes with them or hold their hand or anything like that. And granted, even if you could, it's not like it would, make me like this collaboration that much better, but it would at least be something. They might as well be like posters that are sitting in the background that you're taking a picture with, and there's nothing really of substance here. There's no gameplay element. There's no like actual way to feel like you can enjoy spending time with the characters, or even like any kind of, social group feeling or anything. There's really nothing to this event. And like I said, it's just more of a way to get people to spend money. Guys, it's 2026. I've already talked about the Apex Legends Gundam collab several times on the channel, but you guys know that was poppin'. Wuthering Waves has been doing collaborations with Sonic the Hedgehog, Persona, Resident Evil, where you can get characters from stickers and stuff like that and put them on your bike and drive around with like Sonic the Hedgehog on your bike and listening to Persona music while you're driving on your bike in the world. They're going to be doing a collaboration with Cyberpunk here shortly. NTE is getting a Porsche collab where you can get a Porsche and drive around the entire world in a Porsche. Collaborations should be better than this. Collaborations are about celebration, getting people to come back or into the game for the first time. I want somebody to ask me about the collaboration and say, hey, should I come back to the game or should I check it out for the first time? And I want to tell them, absolutely. Now is the best time to come back. We have this collaboration and this event happening, and you can catch up and you can farm all your reforged stones or whatever. What if you could do a dungeon, like a 3-person dungeon, you, Senjogahara, and Araragi, and in that dungeon, or maybe they queue with you, or maybe they're just skins, right? Maybe they're just skins of the bots that you could queue with too. And maybe they're during the event, during the collaboration, when you're running with them, there's not a limit on how many reforged stones you can get per week, right? Maybe somebody comes back to the game or starts the game and they can fully catch up on all their reforged stones during this collaboration. Even that would be so free. It'd be so easy to do. You could just have like reskins of the bots. In an ideal world, I would love to see like, an actual vampire class, or maybe like I'm not sure what you do with Senjogahara, maybe a scissors class or something. I don't know. But if we can't do that, we can at least put a little bit of effort in and make the events a little bit more exciting. At the very least, some kind of gameplay element. At the very least, we could at least put some functionality on the cosplayers, right? Like if we can already turn their models, if we can already move their eyes, make it so that way they can at least emote, right? They can at least smile or wave or literally anything. Maybe they could hug the character, or maybe they can hold hands, or literally anything, right? Like it just feels like in 2026, collaborations need to be more than this. If you guys like the video, like the video down below. If you guys want to comment or have any questions, is there anything that you feel like, you know, could really make this collaboration a lot better? Do you guys feel like I'm being too harsh on it? Let me know in the comments down below. I try not to get too like doom and gloom, but it just feels like these are such missed opportunities. It's hard for me to ignore, and I think we do have to talk about it, because like I always say, if we don't talk about things, things can't get changed. There won't be progress that's made. So hopefully they can take the feedback and they can do something more interesting. I'm really hopeful that they take time with the Fairy Tail collab. Push it back if you need to. Please do not do this kind of event again, I beg of you. And subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more stuff like this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one, guys. Peace.